Our next partner has a product that we are personally using every day. We take it consistently because we love it. It is Athletic Greens. I don't know if you've heard about it, but we want better energy, better immune systems, and we got tired of taking pills and vitamins. Rich Channing, have you taken your AG1 today?
Man, every day.
Oh, I will. Yes.
You have? What do you slack, bro? You're
I'm joking. I say yes every time, so I got to change it up.
Yes. Obviously, if you want to see what all the hype is about, every scoop of Athletic Greens tastes great, helps us feel our best in the morning, and we have a peace of mind knowing that we're beginning every day with 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, and even probiotics. And we would like you to reclaim your health as well. It's 1 scoop of AG1 in a glass of water. Froth that baby up, down it. It's easy, on the go, however you like it. Having said that, to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you, I know, take a shot, 1 free year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/roadtrippin, take ownership over your health, and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance today. athleticgreens.com/roadtrippin. Get started.
We're diving right in. Welcome into this
Dive in it!
with RJ and Channing. I'm your host, Allie Clifton. I have yet to see that movie, by the way.
The Goonies?
That doesn't surprise anybody. That doesn't surprise anybody.
You know where it was filmed? The coast of Oregon. Haystack Rock.
Haystack Rock. I actually thought that you were going to say, hey, Steph. So let's just dive into some NBA basketball. Great pivot. The Warriors.
Oh, those boys.
Did I just see that? I'm pretty sure I was falling asleep last night to, who was that? Mark Jones on the call? And he said 50, that's 51, or give Steph 51. And they lost?
Yeah.
In Phoenix. So, okay. Basically, I was hoping that you guys were paying attention. Anyways, Warriors are now 0-8 on the road, 6-9 overall to start the season. Recently, seeing obviously here, wasting a 50-point performance from Steph, if you will. Center James Wiseman was sent down to the G League. Steve Kerr blasting the team, saying that they play with no grit, and they're playing Drew League pickup basketball right now. And there was also some conversation about what we recently talked about. Is this era for the Golden State Warriors kind of coming to a close? Or are we just kind of being a little dramatic to start the season early?
Everything's coming to a close, right? Like LeBron's era is coming to a close. Their era is coming to a close. Like, we know that. KD. That's part of it. But
dude, have you seen the Nets?
No, those guys, honestly, okay, all right. Those are the champions. Like, we know firsthand how great they are, but they need to stop bullshitting because it's the league has all-time high scoring, right? So the league in general, the scoring is next level. So if you're not approaching it with that type of, we can't just go out here, score 115 and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. Teams are putting 150 points up on people. So your defense has to be locked in. Your offense has to be locked in. Like, and you're the champions, but they're playing like I'm not saying that they're not taking it seriously because they're intelligent enough, but I still don't think I don't think that they're as focused as they should be. And that's not just like, our guy's getting older or this and that. It's like, no, they're not locked in. They're not locked in. Steve Kerr knows it. He started off slow, but they're not locked in at all.
My thing is, it's hard enough to win in this league regardless of who's on your team. When you as a starter cannot take breaks because your bench is not at a championship level, that's hard to go into a game. Every team, almost every great team Steph and Clay and Draymond have been on, their bench was nasty, right? Think about who was coming off the bench. David West, Sean Livingston, Andre Iguodala, right? Like Harrison Barnes. Like, you had all these guys who could hoop within their system coming off the bench. These guys, these young guys that they have now, as good as I think I'll say is as talented as they are, I don't think they are actually ready to play at the level that the Warriors need them to play at. Put it this way, Steph is having 51 because he has to, but you don't want him to have to. It's the third week of the year. You want Steph to be able to create opportunities for other people, but they're like, oh, let Steph get what he wants because our bench is going to give us 9 points. Mm-hmm. Get Steph what he wants. I mean, you're not going to win that way. And I think for me, you really have to take a look about these guys are trying to find out who they are in the NBA when the Warriors need vets who you can rely on night in and night out to be. If Otto Porter can go there and be a huge contributor, those young guys can figure out, somebody needs to figure out who they are in this league and what they're going to be held accountable for. And Wiseman, and let's be real, he has not played 10,000 hours of basketball yet in his life. He's been injured. He didn't play in college. He didn't play barely in high school. So I give him a pass. He's the only one that gets a pass. And he's in a system that is not really built for a screen and roll big man. Kevon Looney screens, but he's a slow roller. He's not a lob threat. Andrew Bogut was a top of the key guy, dribble handoff. I don't think Wiseman doesn't see the game like that. He's very simple because he just doesn't know.
But guys, guys got paid. Jordan Poole got paid. Andrew Wiggins got paid, like deservingly so. But when you're coming off a championship, some of these guys don't know what it's like to be defending champions, right? They don't know what it's like to be defending champions and that pressure of every single space going in. I believe that if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, they would understand how to raise it to another level. But right now, they're struggling with that regular season level that it takes to go be great.
Okay, so you guys were under a narrative during those couple of seasons in Cleveland. There's a narrative that goes around every once in a while with teams that are more experienced and not just experienced in terms of number of years in the leagues, but that have actually won championships. Do you think this team still has what it takes to flip the switch? Do you guys believe in flip the switch?
I don't think so.
I believe in flip the switch. I believe in flip the switch, but they won in Sacramento where Steph had like 40 something, like at home because he had to. Again, we looked at when LeBron last year, some of their wins where it was like he needed to score 40 points, 50 points for them to get a win last year for the Lakers. Like when you're doing that much, it's a lot. But I will say this, offenses around the league are at a historic number. We've never seen this, like 7 guys averaging 30 points. You're not going to win shit without offensing people. You're not going to win that. So, like, if your defense isn't they're not even playing the same level of defense last year that they played. So they're playing a lower level of defense, but offenses have gotten better, right? If you're playing a lower level of defense, but everyone's offense has gotten better, what does that mean? Like, the gap between
you're getting your head busted. You're 0-8 on the road.
Your success gap is different. And like, don't forget this one. And I was just because I did the Sacramento game, Klay Thompson fouled Herter at the buzzer, which would have tied that game, which would have made like he would have gotten 3 free throws, but he fouled him, right? Like the NBA released a 2-minute report. So technically the Warriors won a game that should have gone into overtime. And then again, you don't know. So I'm not going to count that as a win or loss. All I'm saying is their record could be worse. There was a blown call on the buzzer. Kevin Herter got fouled by Klay Thompson. If that is called and they win in overtime, the Warriors record is even worse than what it is. So they've even had some things go their way. And this is what their record is.
Yeah. I think we love watching them and think that they are impenetrable, but the glory of the Warriors. Yeah,
I know. I'm impressed. I'm good. Wow.
The glory, the greatness of the Warriors
glory
is
hole
the proof.
and impenetrable. Oh,
dang!
What'd you
You're
say?
a little nasty. Were you at a truck stop?
Where'd you? Oh.
With the lot lizards?
What's a lot lizard? What's a lot lizard?
Look it up. Look it up.
No.
I don't want to know what a lot lizard is.
No.
Yeah, you do. It's really funny.
Okay, back to
anyways, listen. Okay, back to what I'm saying.
Funny.
Dude, you're not seeing them work as a cohesive unit. Like they have to play two different styles of basketball. Like when the starters are in, they play one way. And then when the bench comes in, they play a completely different way. And then when they mix, it's like your turn, my turn. Something needs to happen. And also, they're getting old. That's a lot on the body. You know how many finals they've been to? It's a lot.
And Clay didn't play in the offseason. So, like, he's not like he's again, it's very Clay. Build yourself back into it using the season because we thought that we would have younger players take jumps, whether it's Jordan Poole. And again, I'm not blaming it on any one individual. When this is your record,
no, totally not.
That means collectively y'all are all ass. And that includes Steph Curry. Like, I'd include Steph Curry. No different. Like, me, Channing, we can talk about this. There were times where Bron or Kyrie or Kevin Love statistically would have fucking great games, but they were ass. They're that good where, like, they like Bron could go for 32, 13 and 11 and he missed 5 rotations and had 6 dumb turnovers and it was just like he's that good that his number's going to be that, but he didn't have a good game. He didn't have a good game for him. And so like even Steph, his numbers are great, right? And he's up there and doing all that stuff, but like I think if you were to put Steph on the podium, he's like, yo, there's things that I need to do better individually also. So it's like, you know, collectively as a unit, they are playing like complete ass, but
they can stay afloat.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
if they can
stay afloat, they'll be fine.
They need to bring in a vet or two to calm that second unit down.
They just need to stop being fun.
They need to bring in a vet to calm that second unit down and allow guys to be athletic, to be energetic. They are not thinking at the speed of everyone else on that team. It's not their fault.
They didn't lose anybody. They didn't lose anybody from last year. They have their.
But they're asking people. They're asking.
Hang on. Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question.
Yes.
They're 0-8 on the road. So 8 of their 9 losses are all on the road. 8 of their 9 losses. So like
but that's still
that
absurd.
means they're. Oh, it is absurd. But like, does that tell you that there's something wrong with their personnel? Or is that like a mentality thing?
Yes.
Oh, mentality.
They're not losing both home and road.
That's a mentality. No, that's a mentality. Channing. They're a defending champion that have 98% of their roster back. You're gonna. Okay. Everybody, all of our listeners. Channing is going to die on this hill that it is a personnel thing. I'm going to die on the hill that it is a fucking attitude and mentality thing. So we're going to agree to disagree, even though he's wrong.
I would like for both of you to stay alive as you guys are agreeing and disagreeing on your hills.
No, listen. I bet you the Golden State Warriors make a move before the trade deadline.
Oh.
I bet you a case of wine.
Richard, take it.
Well, was it 100%? Well, no, because a move can be anything. They could move DiVincenzo in a second round pick and for like somebody like Jay Crowder. I will say
they are going to bring in a vet or two to solidify the bench.
It's but to your point, what you said about Wiggins really quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or not Wiggins, Wiseman. What you said about Wiseman, he hasn't played 10,000 hours. Like Kuminga is the same way. Topanga. You remember?
Where's that glory hole?
What are you talking? Why? We're leaving that in. We're not editing that out. No, but Kuminga is the same way. Kuminga is the same way where he hasn't played 10,000 hours of basketball. And like we all know that the Warriors play a high IQ basketball system. That's what makes it so beautiful and fun to watch. It makes them so fucking elite. So it's just so much read and reaction and like understanding concepts and flows. And so that's why they fucking keep Andre Iguodala's old ass around, because they know if he can just wheel himself out on the floor, he fits into their system. He might not be productive by like normal NBA standards, but in their system, he fucking knows how to help that system move along. He's an adult. They needed more adults. They got more adults in last year, and now they thought the young players would make a jump, and they haven't.
All right, Road Trippers, we're going to step aside because our next partner has a product we're personally using every day. We're all taking Athletic Greens because we want more energy, better immune systems, and we all got tired of taking pills and vitamins. Want to see what the hype is all about? It's obvious. Every scoop of Athletic Greens tastes great and helps us feel our best in the morning. We have the peace of mind knowing that we're beginning every day with 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, and even probiotics. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into the flu and cold season. Here we are. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. Nothing more. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/roadtrippin. Take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance today. Again, go to athleticgreens.com/roadtrippin and get started today. This episode of Road Trippin is brought to you by Mendi. Mendi offers a line of safe and trusted hemp-derived CBD products, and I cannot skip out on the fact that it is a women-owned company. I know what you're thinking, Allie. Wow, you never sound this hyped when you're doing these reads. Well, it's because I got a full night's sleep last night. Since learning about Mendi, I've been eating their delicious gummies and using their CBD stick during the daytime and before bed. I take some of Mendi's sleep tincture and always get a good night's rest. I woke up with a ton of energy and was ready to roll, even though I've had a jam-packed schedule with TV and travel. Mendi's products are all natural for pain, sleep, stress, and energy. With Mendi, you have a choice between full spectrum and no THC. Mendi is a safe, inclusive choice if you're new to CBD. Oh, and did I mention they are women-owned? Some things are worth mentioning twice. Listen up, Road Trippers. You can save 30% off your first Mendi purchase with this exclusive offer. Just enter the promo code ROADTRIPPIN at checkout. That's 30% off your first Mendi purchase when you enter the promo code ROADTRIPPIN at checkout today. Hey, Road Trippers. Richard, Channing, and I all live on the West Coast now, but we love watching our Cavs play, which used to be a pain for us because they don't always show their games in our local markets. But this season, we discovered an amazing trick that let us watch every single NBA game live for a fraction of the normal cost. It's called ExpressVPN, and here's how it works. Sure, the NBA offers League Pass, which lets you stream games online, but if you live outside the US or Canada, it doesn't let you watch all of them. Some games, they're blacked out. So what do? Fire up ExpressVPN and use it to change your location to a different country, buy and use NBA League Pass from there, and boom, no more blackouts. And depending on the country, NBA League Pass could cost less than $15 for a whole year. ExpressVPN works on your computer, phone, router, and consoles like Fire TV, so you can watch all the games from any device. Even when you're not watching NBA games, we're using ExpressVPN for stuff like Netflix or Disney Plus to access thousands of extra shows that are only available on other countries' libraries. Enjoy all 1,230 games of the NBA season in crystal clear HD in the world's most trusted VPN, ExpressVPN. Use our special link today and get 3 months free at expressvpn.com/roadtrippin. Then you can use ExpressVPN to sign up for NBA League Pass at a huge discount. That's expressvpn.com/roadtrippin for 3 months free with a 1-year package. expressvpn.com/roadtrippin. Okay, so Channing said Channing says that he thinks that they will make a move before the trade deadline. So let's transition into the next topic. Will it be Kevin Durant? Kyrie Irving is close to returning to the floor. He'll end up serving what appears to be an 8-game suspension without pay. The Nets are 6-9 on the season as well as the Warriors. Lost to the Kings. Rich, how great was that call? 153-121 on Tuesday. But the KD element here, and then I'll let you guys go and I'll shut up. He made some post-game comments about the Nets' depleted lineup after the embarrassing 32-point loss, saying, "Look at our starting lineup. Edmund Sumner, Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris, Nick Claxton, and me. It's not disrespect, but what are you expecting from that group?"
But he said, he's like, we're expected to win because I'm out there. It's like, yes. That's the reality. No, but that's unfair. The point that he's saying is that is unfair, and it is unfair. But the reality also is the truth.
You're Kevin motherfucking Durant.
Yeah. Say, you know who I am. You know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant, and that's why sometimes I'm like,
it's exhausting mentally.
Yeah,
and this is what made Kobe so good. You can put him out there with Meemaw, Paw, Auntie, Tio, and Tia, and he gonna be like, "Fuck it, y'all get this off the backboard," and he gonna shoot the shit. He gonna try to He going to gas him. So he going to shoot 97 times. I think KD is exhausted going, damn, y'all need 60 to win? Ugh, how do you get a nap? You take your pregame nap, you wake up, you're like, I got to get 60 tonight for us to have a chance. That's exhausting.
But even with Kyrie, it's a very they don't have a very good offensive continuity. You know, they had when they had that James Harden, KD, when they had all that, yes, because James Harden was running the point. He was maintaining the flow. He was feeding everybody. Those guys can be free of movement. They were expected less to create for other. Right now, Kevin Durant needs a triple-double. It's not just his 35. He's got to go out there and give you 7 assists. When James Harden was there, he didn't need to give you 7 assists. He could just go give you 35. So now his role has to increase. That's one of the things that they thought Ben Simmons was going to do. So it's like, yes, that's what they thought Ben Simmons was going to do. They thought he was going to like take off that load and help create for Joe Harris, help create for Seth Curry. But those guys need people to create for them. So their offense was historic when they had James Harden because you had that person creating for everyone and allowed those guys freedom to go be who they are. Now when you get KD and Kyrie, it's a very your turn, my turn with 2 of the game's most elite scorers, but then the offense looks clunky at times. It doesn't look like a rhythm and flow.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Well, Channing, you remember that second because I saw Deli. Shout out our guy Deli. I saw Deli. Great to have him back.
Deli!
He was in Sacramento.
That's why Sacramento's been winning, because you got the deli machine.
You got the deli machine, the deli beans.
Deli beans.
But
do you guys remember pause for it? Oh, sorry.
Deli.
You go first.
No, pause for what? No, pause for what? No.
Finish your topic, and then I'll bring it back to Deli. I got you.
My stupid topic was just more about like Deli used to run the second unit. It would be Deli and Kyrie because Kyrie would just go and score. And then when he'd get tired, he would just throw it and then like kind of like go stand someplace. And it's like Deli was the person that kept that second unit like intact. He was the one that was throwing the lobs at Tristan. He was hitting people. He was picking up full court. He was like the perfect backup point guard for what Kyrie needed. He played well with Kyrie. And the Nets don't have that backup, create, keep everybody in system point guard right now. Right? James Harden was that for a while, and they just don't have it.
They're missing a lot of things.
They're not missing that much.
Remember when I asked you guys, I still haven't forgot, I'll bring it up, but remember when I asked you guys in the offseason if this team, and I say this respectfully from a standpoint of I understand that these guys have platforms and they use their voice. It's not just about basketball. But when it comes to stuff like this, do you think that they will ever be able to just focus on basketball as a team and things that have happened, whether it was over the summer, last season, et cetera, they would be able to kind of leave at bay and focus on the game and become a title contender? Are they ever going to be able to have it just about basketball in that locker room? Or do they have to make a move? Do things have to change up there?
Nope.
He's
I think, no, I'm not stressed. Stress is a harsh word, not stress. I am tired from doing what I love. I think that the media, and I'm speaking for everybody, sees there is so many potential storylines with the Nets that they have something going on weekly, daily, monthly, whether that's KD just speaking the truth, whether that's, "Ooh, you sleepy, little baby."
Oh my
Man, it was your fucking monologue you're going on.
Dude, thank you. Or it's Kyrie's issue, or it's Ben Simmons, or it's the head coaching. There's always gonna be something on this team. It is just who they are as a team. Like in 2016, there was always something going on, right? But we were a better team than them. But we always had something going on. We just battled through it. I don't know if they can battle through it, and I don't think they're as good a team as we were in 2016.
Winning cures all. Winning cures all. So the question is, are they going to be able to win enough to quiet the noise? That's really
I was
like,
say,
will
it
they
also
be able
covers
to become,
up a bunch of bullshit too.
Yeah, but that's part of the reason why you
win.
When you win, you
they're
want
going to dissect Ben Simmons
But
until he turns into what which isn't fair at all, right?
No, but
oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying like if you're going to be an 8, then winning drops it down to like a 6.
But what I'm saying is,
it's going away.
Here's the storyline, right? Because if you're number one, you have so much star power on that team, and that team, the more you avoid the drama, the more people are coming at you, especially with that team. If they start winning and Ben Simmons is coming off the bench and he's averaging like 4 and 2, you're gonna be like, does Ben Simmons like basketball still? Like you're starting to hear these things come up. Like it's unfair. What do they need? They're not getting who's the big 3. Like, what is Jacques Vaughn doing his job? Do they need another? Like all these things are gonna happen because
that's New York
every
too.
other team is boring. Yes. Every other team is boring. It's the truth. Nobody cares about Milwaukee right now. Like, Giannis, he's too nice.
Which is a damn shame because, wow.
It is a damn shame. He's been
fun
gorilla dunking on fools all season, except for the Hawks. He's been getting boned by the Hawks.
You said gorilla dunk.
By the way, to wrap it up, remember when you guys went to 668 and played beer pong with Deli after winning a championship? And Deli probably thought he was the coolest fucking thing.
He was.
He was.
He
awesome.
was. Well, we were Snapchatting it, and people started knocking on his doors.
Yeah, that wasn't too good.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so before we wrap this episode up, because we have a few more minutes, I'm going to just ask a couple questions, and you guys can have a little fun with it. Which surprise team in the West do you guys think will finish with the better record? Speaking of the 6-9 Warriors, the 6-9 Nets, the 3-10 Lakers, how about the 10-4 Trailblazers or the 10-6 Jazz? Who will have a better record?
Oh, the Blazers. The Jazz are one injury away from absolutely blowing that junk right up. What? Think about it. Look, let's say Lauri Markkanen or Jordan Clarkson twist an ankle and they lose 2 in a row. I bet you Danny Ainge, come and get it. It's going to be a garage sale. Come and get it. They're going to win a game for the rest of the season.
Utah, I still stand by it. Utah wouldn't have given up Donovan Mitchell, given up Rudy Gobert to finish like the 6 or 7 seed, right? They wouldn't have done that, especially in this draft. I think this is a great feel-good story. Like everyone's excited. They have a good culture. Basketball's going great, but ultimately, like I don't see them finishing strong. I don't see them finishing strong.
How about that
if they kept the team together, if they kept this team together and they stayed healthy, I think they would do something that would probably help their chances of finishing lower. The worst thing you can do in the NBA is it'd be just really good.
Earlier this week, there were 8 guys. This is incredible to me. There were 8 guys averaging 30 and a half or more points a game. You had KD, you had Tatum, you had Luka, you had Embiid, you had Shea. Who else was on that list? Devin Booker, maybe. So speaking of, which is crazy, Luka has been red hot to start the season, leads the league with 34.4 points per game. One, what's the reason why you guys feel he's been able to increase the scoring average this season? First time above 30 a game in his career. And who would you take to win the scoring title this year? Luka, Steph, or Embiid?
Luka is
Steph
finally in shape
of
at the beginning of the season because of what he was doing with FIBA, which is huge. And he was hot in FIBA. I don't think he's going to last because I think he's still riding his in-shapeness from the summer. And it's the first time, every year we're like, Luka's going to be MVP, but he's 10 pounds out of weight or he's 15 pounds overweight. And he works his way into shape for the playoffs. He's in shape and playing in mid-season form. So I'll be interested to see how he does during that lull right after New Year's. I think Joel Embiid, if he could stay healthy, because he gets to the free throw line more than anybody. It's almost disgusting. Dude, at 59, you went to a free throw line 26 times. You should have 90. You can't guard him.
Just foul him. Yeah, you got to knock him down.
Out of him. Yeah, which is fine. But if he can stay in shape, he only got to make 15 shots realistically, and then he's going to get hacked the rest of the game and chill at the free throw. He had gigantic James Harden. I bet you has a 70-point game this year. Bet.
No way.
70, Richard? Bet. When these teams start tanking.
Bet a case of wine.
Case of wine. I
bet
that
you
bet
6
better.
bottles.
Oh.
65 or above.
You can't
Let's
do
go
that.
65 or above. Take that. Take that.
What's 65
or above?
I'll do that. I'll take that.
Okay,
I'll take
case of wine, 65 or above.
No. If 65 is a push, 65 and below,
65
above is a push. Deal.
Okay. But think about this, Richard. He's going to go for the MVP. There's going to be a team that is playing Master P's, make them say, because they're tanking. And he is going to absolutely demolish them. He wants the scoring title. He wants MVP. He was leading the league in scoring last year. You don't think he's going to get a 65? Bet.
So you think Luka Channing is going to win the scoring title? You think he's going to get the MVP?
I think Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid is who you're talking about.
I think Luka's going to.
For all of those.
I think if Luka wants to, this is the difference between Luka and Joel. Yes, we say that if Joel wants to, he can, but he has to do it with sheer dominance and physicality, and that takes a fucking toll on you. If we say Luka is going to because he wants to, Luka just go get buckets. We know Luka is such a ridiculous skill player that he's like, fuck it, I'm going to start shooting 12 threes a night. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get my fucking point. The dude's been averaging 30 points a game for 3 years.
Big.
This is not new to him. It's just his normal 28, 29 is now 34. So he's only scoring 2 more field goals a game. So it's like, if he wants to maintain that, he can. Because it's based off of skill and basically his choice. Like LeBron James. I know they're not athletically the same, but everyone here could say if LeBron James wanted to lead the league in scoring for 6 straight years, in his prime, he could have. Even because it's just it's just more of he needed to just score 2.5 more field goals to do it. This is a guy that had the ball in his hands and averaged 8 assists.
Preach.
Fair. All right, so
Thanks.
65 or more. 65 or more. 6 bottles of wine.
Richard buys me a case of wine.
65 or more.
Okay.
Okay.
Expensive taste.
That's fine. That's fine. And then 64 or below, you buy me a case of wine.
Buy Rich.
Got you. Rosé all day.
I have expensive tastes.
No, you don't.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
We're going to end on this one, which is an interesting one. Celtics have the best record in the league. The Boston Celtics at 12-3. Who does that speak more to? Ime? Mazzulla?
Oh, combination, but also I would say the players. I would say the players more than anything. Their ability to be coached, their ability to push the noise out to the side, the ability to grow because now they're forced to grow. They don't again, I'm not saying Mazzulla doesn't have the same type of intensity, but there is a space where you look at it, it's like they have to do some of this shit on their own. And they added a player that Malcolm Brogdon. So it was they needed to come together and maybe their coach is a great coach that can help them kind of insulate them from that early season bullshit, that they were dealing with. But yeah, this is still when Steve Kerr took over a number 1 defense and helped them become that crazy offense, he credited Mark Jackson. He's like, dude, Mark Jackson had them playing top 3 defense in the league. And then I showed up. So it's he can't, he didn't, not that he can't take credit because you can show up and fuck it up. But he still acknowledged that his predecessor helped lay the foundation for what you see today.
Yeah. It's 20% the new coach and 80% the old coach. Or sorry. That's not right. 20% the new coach, 30% the old coach, and 50% the players. There we go. That's what I meant to say.
Way to get that math together.
Look, it's 100%. 3 + 2 + 5 is 10, which equals 100%.
Good job.
Well done. That was good. I don't need you to explain because I get exactly where you were going with. All right. That's another edition of Road Trippin.
You guys are awesome. We miss you guys.